Hello everybody, my name is Teresa Huang and we just finished another Strong, Smart and Kind Foundation workshop. Our workshop today is about healthy relationship and finding your own voice. So let me introduce to you our keynote speaker, Ashley. I'll have her introduce herself. Dr. Holly Beatty.
Thank you so much, Teresa. I'm Dr. Holly Beatty and I'm a psychologist turned matchmaker and dating coach. I founded Find Love at Last, a love life boutique agency back in 2014 to help people expedite their path to love.
What advice would you give to those who want to speak their truth, but they're scared or they feel awkward because, sometimes saying what we want or expressing who we are or being vulnerable to our partner of what we want, now we're putting ourselves out there to be possibly rejected or having that awkward conversation. What would you say for that?
Well, it's true. That is a possibility. We lose control when we speak our voice. But what is the alternative, really? To never use our voice and never state what we want and need, that is the surest way to never get it. So yes, there is risk involved, but I think there's even greater risk in not speaking your truth.
Yeah, I'm also a firm believer of that. If you don't speak your truth, if you're not authentic to yourself, then how will you have an authentic relationship? So you're basically living this lie and you're continuing this lie through the relationship and you're carrying it on and you're wondering why you're unhappy and you're putting the blame on the partner or on everything else around you that this is not working. But honestly, it's not working because you made that decision, you made that choice to be unauthentic to who you are and what you want. So one of the things that we were talking about during our workshop today is, releasing that power. A lot of people feel like when you're talking or when you're talking about your truth, you're giving the other person power over yourself. And that's not necessarily true because you can only control yourself. And when you're speaking what you want and when you're speaking to your partner or whoever it is about your truth, you're expressing your power. And now you're giving the other person an option to speak their power and their truth. But you can't control the result, you can't control the consequences, but at least you know that you're being authentic to who you are and you're giving yourself a fair chance of living the life you want and having the relationship you want. And one of the things that Dr. Holly was talking about during the presentation earlier is, she constantly was talking about being truthful to who you are, not selling yourself out or not settling for a relationship just because you're afraid of being single. And how important is it? What is wrong with being single, first of all?
Nothing,
So,
actually,
yeah.
Nothing. But a lot of people think that there is something wrong or they don't want people to know they're single.
Yeah.
But until people know you're single, you're not going to get asked out.
Yeah.
So sometimes being single is the closest thing to finding the love of your life. Than being in a dead-end relationship or a toxic relationship. You're actually closer to finding love when you're single sometimes than when you're coupled.
Yeah. Do you think that sometimes people that are afraid of being single is because they're afraid of their own relationship with themselves? I feel like when people are uncomfortable being by themselves, it's because they don't know who they are. They don't know their wants, they don't know their likes or dislikes, and that's why they feel that awkwardness or that consciousness, and that's why they're trying to fill in that time and that gap with somebody else or just any other TVs or activities or gaming.
Distracting themselves from themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say to those who don't feel comfortable being by themselves?
Well, the only sure thing in life is that we're by ourselves. At one time or another. So find a way to get comfortable being alone because you're going to be with yourself your entire life. And so better to start now getting comfortable being alone because only when we're alone and comfortable being so will we give ourselves the time to find the right partner. Serial monogamists usually choose the next best option around, not necessarily the best option for them because they don't want to be alone. And so they opt for not being alone as opposed to choosing the best partner.
Yeah.
So yeah, our relationship with ourselves is hugely important.
Yes, yeah. And one of the things that I got a lot of feedbacks when I put up the sign for today's workshop about relationship is that people automatically thinking about, oh, relationship with somebody else. And for me, I feel like it's more important is knowing and working on the relationship with yourself. Because if you don't have a relationship with yourself, if you don't love yourself, how do you love other people, right? And I don't mean it in a narcissistic way or an egotistic way, but being confident in who you are without being cocky, being confident enough to know what you want and what you don't want so that you can respectfully transfer that to your partner. And having a relationship with yourself is, like you were saying, is detrimental to not only having a relationship with other people, but also what you do in life. Because a lot of times people will choose the wrong career because they don't have a relationship with themselves and they don't know what they want, or with their family. And just so people can connect with you, if they want to follow up with you or be able to connect with you for future, how can they find you?
Yeah. So they can go to my website at findloveatlast.com. They can email me at Holly, Holly, at findloveatlast.com. Or they can even call me at 415-484-8456. Be happy to have a conversation. And my passion and calling is really helping people expedite their path to love. And I'd love to talk with you.
Awesome. And just to clarify, Dr. Holly, you're a matchmaker as in you will help people find themselves to find a person. You're not the one that's actually matchmaking two people together.
No, I do that too.
Oh, you do that too?
That too.
So she has a database, and I believe in the next 48 hours,
Yes.
you can join her database for free. So for all the single men and women out there,
Yes.
ta-da! Happy Valentine!
That's right. Just click on the matchmaking link and you can add yourself to my database for free. And yeah, when I have someone looking for someone like you, I match you up like Cupid.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank
Happy
you for sharing.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You know, pick the ones that matter most.